there, my name is Olivia DeSalvo, and I am giving my interview on interpersonal communication skills and an interview. I would like to apologize for any one direction you may see. It's in my room a lot. Okay, I want to begin. My first interview, I wore a very itchy dress, very itchy tights. It was a cold office, and I was so nervous. And I was 16, I was trying to be a hostess at O'Charlie's. A successful interview could determine whether one gets their dream job or not. It could be that one barrier that separates them. One can know certain people have the qualifications, though if they cannot display successful interviewing characteristics, the job is not secure. Without strong interpersonal communication, it can make one's job more difficult. There are many steps one can take to practice for their interview and steps to take during the interview to ensure it all goes very smoothly. It is helpful for one to know the difference in hard and soft skills. The Recruiter is a website that gives advice for students who are fresh out of college or high school, ready to enter that workforce. They want to see civilians excel in their interview and never settle for a job. It's obviously very common for college graduates to graduate from college and take the first job that they're offered. Obviously, it's probably not the best job for them, but they're desperate. They want to see civilians excel in their interview and never settle for that job. Hard skills are essential for a job. They are the physical aspects and general knowledge one knows of the job. Soft skills are going to include those interpersonal communication skills that some people are just kind of born with. I consider myself an extrovert, and I was naturally born with that, so obviously that one makes it a little bit easier for me. Others use skills to demonstrate that they're very capable of having a proper communication skills for a required career. The Balance says that the most helpful tip for potential employees is to practice answering questions before the interview. The Balance is also an excellent reference for those looking to seek a job. They give information on resume building, cover letters, salaries, and what to look for in a potential job. They mention it is essential to know the specific job title they are interviewing for. Then, during the interview, you're giving exactly the criteria that the company is looking for because you know exactly the job that you are interviewing for. Interpersonalskills.com encourages potential interviewers to brush up on their communication skills. It may seem like common sense, but most people forget the minimum basics. This includes maintaining that eye contact, the confidence, respectful manner, appropriate tone of voice, and avoiding filibuster words like and like. Over time, one can lose those interpersonal skills. According to R.E. Helfer in the American Academy of Pediatrics Journal in 1970, he conducted a study, and it showed that freshmen obtained significantly more interpersonal information and asked fewer leading questions than did the seniors. Seniors obtain more factual information. This shows that freshmen may not have that knowledge, but they have that charisma and charm that will help them get that job. Much like people who are sitting in that interviewing chair and they do not have that skill, the interpersonal skill. Napa Valley College encourages their students and others to role-play interviews. The Ball State University has an excellent career center, and the career coaches there are excellent about mock interviews. They will perform a mock interview for you for a job on campus, a job outside, for internships. They look over your resume, and they give you excellent tools to give you the best interview. One can role play with an adult, student, friend, or family. It is excellent practice and gives them the nervous feeling of one-on-one. It's easy practicing in front of a mirror. You're in a mirror, you're looking at yourself. Hopefully you're not too frightened of yourself. And one-on-one, it gets nervous, especially in an interview. You just met this person 2 minutes ago, and you have to maintain eye contact with them the whole time. It is very, very frightening. Or at least it can be. Employers seek employees with highly skilled interpersonal communication skills. According to Robert Half in the United Kingdom, employers seek highly skilled communication people for their ability to listen and respond effectively. Interpersonal communication skills also give leadership and effective tools necessary for problems and crises during work. interpersonal communication gives people a lot of practice for when they have to think on their feet. For example, a presentation that you're not prepared for. Just by having that strong interpersonal confidence that makes you sound very knowledgeable and that you do know what you're doing, it can get you through any career. Now, the time has come, the interview. You're sitting there in the room and you are in a professional outfit. Now, there's a lot of research that shows professional outfit is a huge role though in your communication. It's a very nonverbal characteristic that employers, that's their first impression of you. If you show up and you don't look professional, you're in jeans and a nice shirt maybe and sneakers, it's not going well. The first impression is not going well, and then you're communicating to them that you may not care about that position. If you do show up in a pantsuit for ladies, dresses, skirts, men, suits, it is a lot more professional, and that first impression is definitely going to rise. There's a good rule of thumb to always know you can never be too professional for a job interview. Whether it was when I was 16 years old in O'Charlie's, you could never be too professional for a job interview. They obviously are looking for someone who is ready. Bringing your resume to the interview, for any interview, it's always a good skill. When I applied to be a resident assistant, I brought in little kind of creative, crafty projects that would show that I am crafty, artistic. I'm really, creative thinking, and that's obviously someone who they want, willing to kind of go the extra mile. So while you're sitting there, obviously, hopefully professional outfit, you're nervous. And it's good to be nervous. It's good to have those nervous butterflies. Hopefully, though, if you practice well, those interview butterflies kind of settle because you feel very confident in yourself. If you didn't practice, you might be feeling a little bit nervous. Be My Career Coach is a website that has exactly what the title entails. It is a career coach. They train potential employees on tips for before, during, and after their interview. Be My Career Coach emphasizes about listening. People often forget listening. It's a huge role in communication. One needs to properly listen and absorb the information and then respond efficiently. Therefore, in a job interview, it is essential to listen to the question and respond to that question. Ask them to repeat the question if you didn't understand it, and it's okay to have a few seconds for you to think about it and think about your response. I wouldn't take more than 5 seconds, but you don't need to respond right away. Finally, last one is be yourself. Of course, this is a time to demonstrate your knowledge and show off your capabilities to this company, though it is important to keep your charisma and charm. According to Karen M. Hook and Carol Piffer in their study at the University of Connecticut Health Center in 1980, pre-clinical medical students perform better on measures of interpersonal communication rather than clinical practice. This shows that over time they gain their proper communication instead of their overall knowledge. I believe it's due to the close one-on-one contact that they build with the patients. Sometimes those patients get to know the nurses very well, so they're obviously getting excellent practice at communication. There are endless stories of the closeness that the patients and the nurses become. It is great to keep learning, though it is important to keep your appropriate social skills alive too. Interpersonal communications is such an important skill to have in any career. It is important to be able to listen to your peers and have knowledge and social interactions with people. Some people may disregard communication. They assume they are effective communicators because they've been doing it for so long. Though it is essential to learn the characteristics of effective interpersonal communication so you could land your dream job. Thank you, and that is all.